Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's recipe number 5 out of the different 7 curries in this 7 curry series. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a Baigan and Eddo curry. Now, Baigan is also known as Balanjay, also known as eggplant. And this right here is such a simple vegetable, but it is curried down with lots of spices. And eddoes, which is also known as taro root, and it is a type of root vegetable. You're all going to see yet again that I'm dressed up for the video, and of course I want to give a big shout out to my sponsors over at Leah's Fashion and Religious House. I want to thank them for giving me this awesome outfit to use in the video today, and I want to just shout them out and let you know that they are your one-stop shop for different puja items for any different religious function that you may need to prepare for or to attend. They have amazing outfits, they also have great decorations, and they have so much more in store. And if you go there, please let them know that Matthew's Guyanese Cooking sent you. Let them know you saw this video and just go ahead and check them out and support. I'll leave their information right here on the screen so you can check them out, as well as in the description box right below the video. And with all of that said, I want to go ahead and get into this recipe and show you guys how I make my Baigan and Eddo curry. Alright, so to make this Balanjay and Eddo, you're going to have to start in a heavy bottom pot, and you're going to go ahead and cover the bottom with some oil. And you guys have been seeing this curry that I've been using in all of my 7 curry videos. It's been in my family for over 30 years, and it's made some very delicious dishes, and it was given to me by my grandmother. So that's why I've been using it to share these delicious and traditional recipes with you guys. Into that hot oil, I'm going to be going in with some geera or some cumin seeds, and I'm going to allow them to roast and get nice and dark brown. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and make the curry paste. So I have some garlic and pepper that I've crushed. I have my curry powder, my masala, as well as a little bit of tomato paste. Like I mentioned in my previous video, the tomato paste is optional, and sometimes it can be a controversial ingredient because some people say it's not a traditional ingredient at all. However, you can go ahead and make it as per your own taste and preferences. So I'm going to go ahead and add in some water, and I'm going to mix this up very well until I form a nice paste. Once all of those geera seeds are nice and brown, you're going to go ahead and add in some sliced onions, and then I'm going to be going in with a little bit of chopped culantro that I had. I do like to use green seasoning, but sometimes I have the culantro leaves fresh, and I like to use it because it adds a nice fresh bite to the dish. I'm also going to be going in with some freshly chopped scallions. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fry these aromatics up or saute them for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once these aromatics cook down for about 2 to 3 minutes, it's time to go in with that curry paste and really start to chunky all of our ingredients very well. Once you add in that curry paste, you're going to keep on stirring it up, and you're going to allow it to cook down until it dries a little bit, so this way the spices can toast and roast in that hot oil. I always like going in with a little bit of extra water once I've allowed the spice mixture to sear into the pan. This way I know that when this dries up, it'll give it enough time to go ahead and cook the spices down and cook out that raw flavor. So this right here is optional, but I'm going to be going in with a little bit of ground cumin or geera. If you don't want to add it in, you don't have to, but I like the added flavor that it gives. And as per the usual, I love to salt my curry paste when I first add it into the oil. So I'm going to go in with that now so we can start to really build up those flavors. And you're just going to go ahead and stir everything up to combine. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in some green seasoning, or you can add in any ground up seasonings of your choice. And I had saved some of my chopped onions, chopped scallions, and chopped culantro before I had started the cooking process. At this point, I'm going to add in the rest of it. So my curry paste has been cooking for about 6 to 7 minutes in total. As you all can see, it's sticking up on the sides of the pan, and you see that it's nice and dry at this point. That's exactly what you want, so this way the curry paste is cooked properly. At this point, I'm going to be going ahead and adding in my Baigan or my Balanjay. Now I'm using the thin Baigan today, the one that's very long, the Japanese eggplant. And if you wanted to use the regular Italian eggplant, you can do that as well. But what you need to do when making this recipe is you have to peel either all of the Baigan or at least half of it. The reason why we peel it is because the skin carries a little bit of a bitterness, and I find that when you curry it, it gets a little bit more bitter because of the spice. Also notice that when people make Balanjay and Eddo curry, they will cut the eggplant pretty big because they say that it melts down very fast. However, not every eggplant will melt down as quick as the other. So you need to go ahead and cut it pretty thin so this way it can cook evenly and it can cook down faster. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bunjay this up with all of the spices and fry it down until the eggplant is nice and soft. The reason why I do it this way and I allow the eggplant to get soft is because I do not want the eddoes to overcook when I add it in. You want to make sure that you have some chunks of eddoes by the end of the cooking process. After about 15 minutes of really frying down this eggplant very well with all of my spices, you're going to see that it's softened up very well, and it will continue to cook after I add in the eddo.
I'm going in with my Eddo at this point, and these are just very small Eddos that I just peeled and I cut them in half because they were so small. Once you get those Eddos in, you're going to go ahead and mix everything up and allow those Eddos to sear into all of the spices and with all of the flavors and the eggplant. So this right here is exactly what you're looking for. The eggplant should be cooked down very well. It should be sticking a lot at the bottom. That's going to be a lot of flavor with all those brown bits, and it should be nice and dry. This is the point where you can go ahead and cover it with some water and allow it to cook down until the eggplant has totally melted away and until that Eddo is nice and soft and mushy. So my mixture has been cooking and cooking down. I left it on a moderate heat, which means like a medium to medium low heat this entire time. And this water that I added in to cover the mixture was perfect. At this point, the baigin or the balanjay or the eggplant has cooked down very well. Remember, you don't want to overcook the Eddo because as it sits there before you serve this food, it will continue to get even softer. So I'm going to remove this from the heat and it is absolutely ready to serve at this point. Let me tell you guys how amazing this balanjay and Eddo came out. It was super spicy because I loaded up on the pepper. It was nice and flavorful because I let it catch, I let it brown very well. I added in all of my homemade masala, aromatics, and spices. And this is definitely a dish that you guys should try at home.
I hope you all enjoyed this video again today. Please go ahead and give it a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet, and drop those comments down below and let me know what you all would like to see next. Please go ahead and check out Leah's Fashion and Religious House. I want to thank them again for giving me this awesome outfit. I'll leave their information right here on the screen and in the description box down below. And when you go there, tell them Matthew's Guyanese Cooking sent you. You're always going to go there, find great items, great prices, and of course the staff over there will always have a smile on their face and be willing to help. I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye everyone.